What's up, guys? Larry White podcast, hosted by Larry White. I got a special guest today. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Gray Stupid. That's Gray with Stupid. I'm. It's funny. Like I want to say, I'm a rapper, but
Yeah,
I want to call myself a poet, but I'm not trying to
yeah.
be.
Okay, all right.
I'm not trying to be all pretentious.
Yeah, no, I like that. All right. So first thing I want to start with this. Where did the music start? Like, did you have any influences growing up, or did it kind of just? I know your first album was in 2020. We talked
Yeah.
about that. So like, where did that all kind of start, and where did the passion come from?
Well, so basically, I was in. I knew some of the people that I know now in like freshman year of high school,
Mm-hmm.
and in like sophomore and junior year, I met my friend, one of my really good friends, Ali, and his brother Matt.
Yeah.
Ali, you might know him as OJC,
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
go of Jersey club music, but
Yeah.
that's here nor there. So like he already knew how to do stuff like FL and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just saw what he was doing, and he actually taught me kind of how to do stuff in my own way.
Yeah.
So like he's like the reason that I'm able to like produce now, basically.
Okay.
That and internet tutorials. But like I was always a fan of like Tyler the Creator or Sweatshirt, shit like that. And then when I learned about like Mike and like JPEG Mafia and shit like that, I really gravitated towards that. Uh, and like I feel like some of my stuff is a little like someone could say like because I remember being at a show that I did,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a guy that came up and was like, "Yo, you sound kind of like JPEG," but he
Yeah.
meant that like way.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's like sometimes I feel like I might sound like other shit that I listen to, but I feel like whatever I make is just gonna be more me than anything.
Yeah.
Uh, maybe all my influence are more like subconscious.
Yeah, definitely, bro. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So speaking on like the sound and everything, what would you want people to say your music, the meaning behind your music is? Is it within yourself, or do you kind of get other sounds to put, like how would you describe your true meaning behind your music?
I mean, I would put it kind of. I would do both. I would both put it simply, like King Cruel used to say. He was just like, "If you like the music, you like the music, man. That's
Yeah.
cool." So like sometimes I'm just trying to have fun on
Hmm.
shit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then like on like I might be like way more introspective. That's like I know you said that you've heard my album. Thank you for
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah. Of course, bro. Yeah. Of course.
You can tell like on my album there's like highs and lows,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
like this one thing might be close to almost like spoken word,
Hmm.
and like this interludes and stuff, and then like there's this other song where I'm just like going crazy, you
Yeah.
know.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So I think it's like, especially with me and all these artists that I hang around, like the whole never really adhering to a genre and just doing
Mhm.
whatever next.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to give credit to Pink Sifu,
Okay.
bro. Pink Sifu, he just shows so well how you can just do shit on your own and with your friends and do it
Yeah.
so well, make that shit your living.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, that
That's
man was.
awesome, bro. Yeah. That's dope. And I know that you have a lot of connections. Obviously, when I did my research, do you think without you think without those connections that you would be where you are now? Because I mean, obviously it helps to have those collaborations and those big group of homies that you can just kind of sit down, chill, make music. But obviously there's solo work that goes into that. Do you think if you didn't have those, you would be as, I don't even know the word I'm looking at, where you are today?
I think well, where I am today, I'm gonna be real. Like I haven't blown up as much as like other people I know have.
Yeah, right.
Like my now my friend that goes by Mystic. We have uh you know Pink Quad.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
I mean I've like I'll tell you like I've kind of been able to kind of piggyback off of
Mhm. Yeah.
like him and other people that I have music with. He Wait, sorry, I lost my track of
No,
thought.
I was saying, you remember the question that I said? I basically the way I guess I worded it. Do you think with all the, I guess you could say the help that you've had, not help, but the connection that you've had, do you
Yeah,
think if you didn't have those connections, your music could have grown differently, maybe in a way that you didn't like? or want? Do you think
I,
it's kind of
I think my music was always going to be my music, but like being around these people that are so, you know, talented, just like
yeah,
really
right.
push, especially like of course poetry is poetry and like it's
Mhm.
different for everybody, but like really being able to do something so interesting with words and like have it actually mean something,
Yeah.
you know, because people like I'm not gonna say his real name. He goes by Mystic now.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
like he's been able to rap like since like middle school and shit, right? Like
Mhm.
he can just do it off dome like really well, and sometimes I'm able to do a little okay with like freestyles and stuff, but I'm more of a written poet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say before when I lost my train of thought that I kind of piggybacked because I had a couple songs with King Quad.
Yeah, I seen that. I peeped that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I seen those.
one was on I think his name was Matt, like
Yeah.
and then on King Quad's new album, I was on two of the songs.
Right.
I also got to like perform with him with that, and like we just always go to open mics with each other and stuff like that. Also, I know have you heard of Toonie? He's part of
Uh, no, I haven't heard of Toonie. No.
well, that's my boy Jacob. He goes
Okay.
by and he's part of like this other group called HOC Cartel, but like
Yeah.
we're still really good friends because like we all met in high school.
Mhm.
He helped a lot because like
Okay.
he's always been like really positive and really like believing in us
Mhm.
like before anyone else like really thought it was real.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we're starting to realize like, oh shit, like all this stuff that like we really put in the work for is like paying off
Yeah.
finally.
Right. Yeah. I probably worded that. That was my fault. I probably worded that the wrong. I
No,
think I
you're trying to ask, bro. It's all
yeah.
good.
All right. Okay. For sure. For sure. All right. Yeah. I was gonna say I probably that way I worded it, but you know what I got. You know what I got.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Okay. So you know, you spoke with, you know, you said you and King Quad go to open mics and everything. How different is it from being in the studio compared to like in front of audiences and in front of people? Do you think it is, I mean, how big of a difference is that than just being in the studio in your room and chopping it up with the homies? Like, is there a big difference? And obviously you're going to have like stage fright and shit like that, but
I would say I used to have a lot more stage fright when I was younger. I feel like I don't have that much of stage fright, especially it's just like stuff like I'm being honest, like you'll sometimes like I have so many songs, it's like I'll forget the word little part of a song, right?
right.
So that's annoying. And I remember like I'm usually good though, like and I do like well enough that people like mess with it.
Yeah.
But there was just one time where I was doing on King Quad's song, and I just like the mic was just not working my whole verse, right?
Damn.
But I got like some good pictures from it, so
right. Fuck it.
Oh,
That's funny. That's awesome. Yeah.
just sometimes like it was probably because it was something to do with like the microphone. I was like in front of the speakers or some shit. It was back, but
technical difficulty bullshit. Yeah.
This thing about performing is not like getting down on yourself, but mistakes you made, like the whole show must go on shit is like really all that matters. Like just finish that shit.
That's awesome, bro.
Doing it in the studio is way easier because you can just be like, I fucked up that one little bit.
Right, restart. Yeah, right. Yeah, that makes sense. I've talked to a few people that do live performances, but usually I don't. That's why I was curious about that because I seen that. Usually I don't get some people that do live shows or live performances. I always respect that because it's like you kind of got to build that courage up and be like, yo, I got to go out in front of these motherfuckers and rap my ass off or sing my ass off and just, you know. But
yeah, it's also hard when it's like, I mean, in this new album that I'm making, I have like a significant amount of songs that are just more like kind of like fun and like ignorant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just like because that's just what I wanted to do. But there's always songs like that, you know, dip into much more serious topics. Like the end of my my album, I showed it to I showed it to my friends, and he was like, "Dude, this is nuts." And so hopefully, I'm excited for people to see that and hear that on the album. We've also been making like a lot of shit together. So
yeah, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah,
that's dope. So you have a couple albums out, and you're obviously your first album, like we had talked about, was in 2020. talk to
Yeah.
me a little bit. How does each, song, how long does that each take to make? And what goes all into making an album and get everything prepared for that release date? You're like, to make sure everything's perfect. Obviously there's a mindset you got to have to be like, yo, it's got to be perfect. Cause if I want to, you know what I'm saying? So like, how does
Perfectionist.
that, yeah,
Yeah.
perfectionist, how does that all go together? And, how do you just how does, obviously there's a lot of things that go into that. So how does that work?
Yeah. Oh, so I'm glad you said perfect, because the whole thing, like, you just want to polish it as much as you can, right? Like,
Definitely.
you want to be a perfectionist yourself. So like, if something's like perfect by your standards,
Mhm.
to a person, it's gonna be beyond perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like we're all kind of our own worst critics.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that's why I think, like, if you're just doing music, like, and that's like the reason to do music, is to do it for yourself. Like, is, yeah,
100%.
get money or like fame or whatever off of it, but it's art is meant to be for the artist, I feel like.
Definitely, bro. Yeah.
So, sorry, what was the other part of the question you were asking? Can you?
I work. Yeah, I think what I was trying to get at is how long does everything take to get
Oh,
everything in motion? Yeah.
okay, I remember. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good, bro.
This might be like a controversial take,
Yeah.
but I think that genuinely, I think making beats is easier than writing.
Okay,
Like,
that's interesting. I haven't really heard that before.
see, or okay, maybe that's just because I like, I don't really play beats as much as I make beats. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
But like, of course, sometimes I'll like meddle with stuff and like make it melodic or whatever,
Mhm.
because I kind of have an ear for it. But I'm not like, I don't like know music theory, right?
Right.
But just laying down a track like that is just like, it kind of flows a little bit more organically, because like when you're trying to write, it's kind of harder to get started.
Yeah.
But making a beat, I feel like, is so easy, because you're just like kind of tinkering around with stuff until
Yeah.
it sounds. But I will say, like, some of the stuff might, like, it depends on what rap verse you're comparing to what beat.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, no, I think it's also hard, because it's like, when you're writing lyrics, you're writing something that you want people to hear, right?
Yeah.
Like, whatever you're saying, everybody's listening to, everybody can hear exactly what you're saying, so that's kind of
Yep.
nerve-wracking.
It is.
Yeah, and so you get kind of stunned of like, okay,
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
I want to be introspective, but I don't want to be like uncool.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
finding a balance. But
No, definitely. That makes sense. That's a crazy way to look at it, but that makes sense, bro. Like I said, I mean, obviously, I wanted to hear your take because you have a couple albums out. And I was curious how long each all the process takes. So that that was
man,
no. Like, you answered my question. I'm sorry. I didn't
uh,
mean no. I was just saying, like, no, you're good. I was just saying, no, you're
yeah,
good, bro. I was just saying,
this next album that I haven't put out yet, that I'm putting out soon.
yeah.
I've been working on it since high school.
Damn. Okay. All right. Okay.
From like a while ago, but
Okay.
most of the lyrics are new.
Yeah. 100%. All right. Yeah, that's awesome. That puts a perspective on it. So obviously some are going to take more than usual, but
yeah,
that's awesome, bro. So speak on your first album, like we had talked about. What do you think you learned the most from it? Obviously, you have a couple, newer ones out. What do you think you could take from your first album and be like, yo, I need to improve on this, and etc.
I think I did most of the audio mixing and mastering for that album.
Yeah.
And it turned out really well, especially because like I asked my friend OJC about it, because he masters stuff, and he's literally professionally masters stuff for people, and he
Right.
he was like, yeah, no, like the mix actually sounds decent. And in this next album, I'm gonna try and get as far as I can, on my own mixing wise,
Right.
but like consult him and get him to kind of help me out with that, because he's really good at what he does.
Yeah.
So I just want this album to really sound polished.
Definitely.
But yeah, like I'm getting close to the end of this thing, and that's the era where you have to just go over every song and make like
sure.
8 or 9 iterations, everything perfect.
Definitely, bro.
So yeah,
like, that's awesome.
Yeah, you have to give yourself a lot of time to just listen over.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So how, speaking of the new year and the new goals, and obviously you have this new album coming out. When do you have a release date that you can kind of like peek us into, or do you not know specifics yet?
I know that in this, I know that in either this month or next month, I'm gonna release a single for it.
Okay.
But I don't think it's going to come out for another like 2 or 3 months because
All
I
right.
gotta pay a lot of attention to it, and I will be honest, part of it is hard because I I'm a college student, so I get
Yeah.
swamped with work a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm aiming to finish as soon as I can. So,
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
but
No,
yeah,
yeah, no, you're good, bro. Let's talk about college. That's what I want to talk to you about. What are you going to school for, and how, obviously, how long have you been there, and what's the plan?
yeah. Okay. Well, I've been I kind of took like a break from college, like because of the pandemic and stuff. Like I took a break, like after
Yeah.
I did like a semester online, and then I took a break. And like then in like 2022, I came
Mhm.
back. So and like I've been kind of, I don't know, my classes have been getting like progressively like more into it, just
Yeah.
because they had it was just all this trouble. But like now I'm a history major, so
Okay. That's
I'm just
cool. I know that's dope.
I'm just trying to learn about all that shit. And I think history is good because like it or for me because like I just want to know about like world events, context, and all that shit, and
Yeah.
just like also like political science and stuff like that. I'm kind of
Definitely.
interested.
Awesome, bro. I respect that a lot. I was big into history in high school, but I'm not I want to go to school, but bro, I'm having such a hard time just balancing. Obviously, you probably
Yeah,
know the same. Trying to balance everything out. So I don't know. Adding
yeah,
college right now into the mix would be the greatest idea,
yeah, precisely.
but yeah, definitely. So how does that work with your balance? Like, does it, how do you kind of, if you can, how do you balance everything out to a way where you're not losing your mind on shit and
Well, I try to. Well, I take weed's legal now, so that
right?
helps.
Yeah.
But it's mainly that like when I'm really what's good about college is that I feel like you genuinely learn more
Mhm.
because it's kind of on you to learn, and so I kind of view everything that I go through as just a form of self improvement. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like it's kind of like I'm just racking up experience points
Yep.
on like where I learn.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's you just got to do the shit over and over again. That's how I learned to make music. That's
Yeah.
how I learned, write poems to that music. You just got to do stuff over and over again until you're good at it. There's there's just no other way,
Yeah.
really.
Nah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So let me ask you this: when obviously most writers and artists have this problem, like if you get writer's block, what are some things like outside of music? What are some things you like to do that get your mind off of what you're trying to do or get you in the right headspace to get everything fixed?
I might it depends. I might listen to some song that I'm kind of feeling the mood of.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, like I got to get out of my house and like go to the park,
Yeah.
and then I'll feel like nature helps a lot. Like, but I will say, like if you are like really trying to get yourself to put in that work, like clock in the hours, get it done, right? Is for me personally when I'm around other people that are creative.
It
Like,
helps you.
yeah. So like if it is different, like I still have to force myself to have that as well, even when I'm on my
Yeah.
own. But like it's different from like, okay, what do I want to say like introspectively, da, 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 instead of this person being like, okay, here's this beat, I'm gonna write a verse, you can write a verse, and I just like have fun with it. I might have like some bars that are like more introspective or whatever, but I just get that shit done, and I'm like, how did I even do that?
Yeah. Right.
In the presence of other creativity, I think that really helps. But that's just me.
Definitely. Man. No, that's awesome. I like that. I've heard a lot of people say like nature and being around homies and loved ones. So that your answer, I mean, that makes most sense because obviously that's going to get your headspace in the right
Yeah.
scenario. So that's awesome. Let
Uh,
me
oh yeah.
no go ahead, bro. Sorry, this shit, bro. Zoom is so laggy. It's been like this the past 4 days, bro. I don't know why, but like I always cut people off. I'm like, damn, I feel so bad because I don't mean to.
Was there was there anything in my album that you liked or like found funny?
Um, no, I like I actually that you say that. Like I really fuck with. I fuck with your rhythm and your rhymes and all that and your beats. Just everything went together. So I fuck with that, and then obviously I fuck with the artistic part of it. Like I said, how your designs are on your clothing brand. I want to talk to you a little bit about that. Where, obviously I like that. Where did that all start? Your clothing brand and the
Yeah,
designs, bro. The designs go crazy. Like I said, I fuck with that. Your music and design just go together so well. I was like, bro, this dude
yeah.
knows what he's doing. So I'm like, I gotta ask him about this.
Well, it's just an artistic vision. Like I'm most, I've been most affected by the artists, like Basquiat and Keith Haring. I
Yeah.
really Basquiat like didn't like play by his own rules, and I
Mhm.
like how Haring was so simplistic, but it was so impactful.
Yeah.
So, and as a kid, I would draw comics and make little characters and stuff. They were trash for a while, but I got kind of good at that, and now I kind of have my own style. In my free times, I make paintings.
Yeah.
Um, maybe one day I could sell those like I'm Z Loopers or something.
Right. That's dope, bro. That's what's up.
Uh, I make a lot of the album art for my singles. Yeah, like the album art that I have for my last album. I'm also I'm painting the new cover.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean, painting's really great.
Yeah, that's
It,
awesome, bro. That's good to have, especially when you're an artist. You can have that kind of balance to where you can get a feel for your album, and obviously then you know what you're kind of going for, like cover wise. So that's
it's also a lot of elements of like spirituality and shit. Like a lot of the type of imagery I use, like a lot of different faces and third eyes, and
yeah,
and all that shit. Like, cause uh, my friend who goes by Mystic now, he like a while ago when I was in, I think I was still in high school, he like taught me kind of like how to meditate.
yeah,
And so then meditation has really helped with me, especially because when I was younger I used to have like anger issues and stuff.
yeah,
So being introspective in like a spiritual way, I feel like has also opened me up more, like
definitely.
creatively.
Yeah,
you know
that's awesome, bro. That's cool as far. Now, meditation. How often do you do that?
well, now it's usually every day, but I
Okay.
will the way I do it is a little lazy sometimes. uh what I'll do is I do it like right before I go to bed,
Yeah.
but often I end up falling asleep.
Right.
But it is good to like give yourself that time to just lay still.
Mhm.
Because before I thought that like meditation had to be like
You're
cross
sitting there. You're right.
straight back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you just like seriously, if you just lay down and like do nothing, like
Yeah.
listen to like a little audio or something,
Yeah.
right? If you just do nothing, like you'll start to feel your body like tingle and stuff. Like
That's
you'll
crazy.
yeah, no, like you actually like start to feel like
Feel the
different.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like it kind of changed my life in a way, bro.
Definitely, bro. That's dope. That's awesome. I know. I have one. Hoodie Jim's brother. He had talked to me about it for a while. He was doing meditation. I don't know if he still is, but he was talking
Uh,
to me. Pretty much he pretty much gave me the same example about how you get this feeling and you just lay there and just be calm, cool, and it changes people. So
it's a lot of investing in yourself and like realizing that like I don't know, like a lot of times, I'd be struggling with shit, right? But it's like
yeah,
just on your own don't mean you can't be okay type shit.
definitely, bro. Yeah, that's
Yeah, but
awesome.
I'm still surrounded by a lot of love. I really appreciate all my friends that make music, all my friends that don't make music, but
Yeah,
just sitting around and laughing.
definitely, bro. So let me talk to you about this. This is kind of interesting. I want to ask you this. If you could go back and talk to your younger self for like a day and just
Uh,
kind of what would you ask them or not ask them? What would you tell him and maybe warn them about certain life events that happen that you would, say be like, yo, handle this differently than the way I handled it, maybe something
I
you
would
could change.
yeah, I would tell them to stay away from Scorpio women. Uh, no, that's like almost not a joke. But
I'm sorry, I
uh
shouldn't have laughed, but the way you worded it, the way you were
I'm fucking around. Um, honestly, I probably would have told myself to start making stuff earlier. Even though I like when I was younger, I did used to like I made like EDM shit.
yeah.
When I was Bro, I used to non-ironically listen to dubstep.
Damn. Okay, that's the first one I've heard. That one's crazy.
And bro, the listening habit when I had when I was a kid that I actually still have is Owl City, the
Okay.
dude that made Fireflies.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
That a lot of bangers. That man has a
Yeah.
lot of. I
That's
also,
awesome.
well, I used to be a giant Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah.
Me and King Quad are the same on that.
Hell yeah, that's dope, bro. That's awesome.
But
That's dope.
yeah, if I could tell myself to, I would honestly tell my younger self to just chill the fuck out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was an angry ass kid, bro. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I think it's just mainly to just stop taking everything so seriously. Because
Right.
like once you do that, like nobody really can do shit to you. Like
Yeah.
you don't really.
All right. Yeah, that's true, bro.
Yeah.
So I got a couple more. I want to ask you this. What was? Hold on.
Like-
I just had. You said what?
I'm liking the questions. I'm fucking with the
Bro,
questions.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. So let me ask you this: if your fans, if somebody asked you, they're like, "How do you think GreyStupid is outside of music? Like, what would you want them to say? Like, would you want them to, whatever you could think of? What do you think they would say about you as the person,
As
not
a
the
person,
artist? Yeah,
hopefully, kind and I mean I know that's kind of corny, but like if someone calls me funny, bro, that's doing wonders for my ego. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I just want someone to have like a positive encounter with me.
mindset. Yeah,
Because I've had struggles in the past where like I have this thing where I like need I have this thing where sometimes I need everybody to like me type
right,
shit.
right. Yeah, I'm the same way, bro.
Yeah, and some people will just be like, "Fuck you" for no
Yeah,
reason.
nah, no reason. Yeah,
No
no
reason.
reason. No reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit. Fuck that shit. That's now that we're in, I want to talk to you about that. How do you deal with criticism? Obviously, people take it certain ways, and obviously, they're not always gonna be the nicest. But how do you deal with it? How do you just take it and move on?
Well, I will say this is that like me and my friends like when we don't like something like we don't like we talk about it like we say like yeah this it's also like I'm just being real, like it's just like it's been mostly positive, you know, because like
Yeah,
I'll put it this way, like whenever when like dating a new girl, bro, or just like messing with a new girl, I don't even like tell her that I do music. You know what I mean?
right. You just wait. Yeah,
I don't like lead with that, bro, because that's my art.
Yeah.
And then like we'll get to a certain point, and I'll be like, "Did you know that I make music?" And I know immediately in their head they're like, "Lil Peep, wanted
right,
like white nonsense, right?"
right. Yeah, no, they're being biased on this one.
Yeah, and then they hear it, and I'm like, I'm talking about real problems, and you know, making it exciting, and they're like, "Wait, this is you?"
Right.
Like I remember one girl I had like just thought it was so cool that I had music, and I'm like, damn, I wish I thought I was as you
right. That's funny, bro. So before I wrap this up, I always ask this at the end, bro. I appreciate you coming on here, bro. It's been an honor. Like seriously, it was great chopping it up. We had our laughs, we had our serious moments. So I appreciate you coming on here for sure. And like I said, now go ahead.
Yeah, I will. Big thing is, bro, this new album it has a lot of really talented people on it besides me.
Yeah, bro.
I'm excited to share it with the world.
Definitely.
There might be, a single or two before it. So
yeah. All right, hell yeah, bro. I'll make sure the links are down below. But like I said, I appreciate you, and like I said, I love the art and the songs and everything. Like it really opened my mind to how creative you were. Because when I did my, I was like, damn, bro, everything just goes together. So I was like, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, this is our
100%, bro.
Be our year.
100%.
Yeah, to everybody listening, we're starting a new label.
Okay.
Yeah, this label is called Liminal Dreams, and me and a bunch of these dudes is part of it.
That's
and
awesome.
excited for the future.
Hell yeah, bro. So before I wrap this up, let me ask you this. What would be your best advice? And it doesn't got to be a musician, artist, it can be anybody trying to reach a goal or a dream for them not to give up. What would be your best advice? Obviously to strive and keep going.
Yeah. People like, I think people don't realize, like, you should keep doing that thing that you want to do. Like, not just because you will one day make it, right? And which actually a lot of people that have made it are just like, just keep doing it, right? Because a lot of these people, they ain't even get to where they're at until they're like 30 or 40 or some shit.
Yep. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're a kid, bro, go for whatever like just makes you happy.
Yeah.
And you might completely fail at it. You don't have to go 100% into it without any, safety net. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah.
But you should not be defined by what you do to make money. You should be defined. Yeah. I feel like.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
So even if you're making nothing off of it and you're just having the best time of your life, either jamming, writing verses, etc., go for it, bro. Do like
100%.
Gotta do it, bro.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Yeah, it helps with I mean, it off like music is. It's a great teacher. It's a great thing to cry to.
Definitely,
bro. I gotta say, that's part of what I talk about in some of my music is like, bro, men, we don't talk about our feelings enough, bro.
Yeah,
and
that is true.
It's for real killing us.
Yeah, it is, bro. It's sad. It's just the way, it's the world. It's what the world became, bro, and that's the way everybody looks at us. Is we just don't open up, and it's shitty, but it's the truth.
But yeah, it's just that's what's expected.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, bro. You seen that movie Iron Claw?
Yeah, no, bro. I want to go see it. I want to go fucking see it. I've been trying to go see it.
Take your world, bro.
Oh my god, bro. I want to go see it. I'm glad you brought that up. I want to go see it.
Zac Efron did his thing in that shit.
That's awesome, bro. Yeah, I definitely got to go see that shit, bro.
We just this.
That's awesome, bro. Before I wrap this up, the stage is yours. Obviously, we know you got an album coming out. Promo what you want to promo. Shout out who you want to shout out, bro. I appreciate you coming on here, bro. It's an honor.
Thank you. Okay, so once again, GreyStupid, GREY.
Yes, sir.
And I'm that on Instagram. That's what I usually use. I have 2 singles and an album out. The album called Necron 99 Into the Horizon.
Yes, sir.
Spotify, other platforms as well, SoundCloud.
Yep.
Thank you for your time, and I hope go and listen to my music. If not, all right.
Later, LarriWhyte, guys. This was season 2. GreyStupid. Go check him out, boys. LarriWhyte Podcast. Peace.
My love, bro.